Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
When the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point, he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career, not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
Let's go, man. Do your thing. It's one play at a time.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Flacco, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco on the move to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yardage here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Flacco. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Flacco. Completes it right side to Cooper. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's wondered in his game partner. Will his offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. O'Connell. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. O'Connell. It's Myers again with another catch. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jacobs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. That's caught by Myers. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, Because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Austin Hooper. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Throwing again on second down. Flacco. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That one caught by Felton. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play action, Flacco. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Flacco will take to the air again. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
A final shot before break. O'Connell. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives,
a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. O'Connell got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on second down. O'Connell. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd and 4.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Holding. Offense.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. O'Connell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They go with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. O'Connell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And it's caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done. And
slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. Now a hit and a loose football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. On 1st down, O'Connell. Buying time to his left. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. O'Connell flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the 29, Flacco. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Flacco from the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. O'Connell. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
To throw on 2nd down. O'Connell. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Back to throw. O'Connell. Being chased at nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Flacco looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through nearer to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Elijah Moore, a 7-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Right through the upright.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some space here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played in Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.